even if I'm wrong and there's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow, it doesn't change the question. Is this a new Nintendo? And do they even remember the Switch 2? To discuss that with me today, like, does Nintendo, what's their plans for the Switch 2? Because we had a packed first few months of it, in my opinion. Maybe you disagree. I don't know. Maybe this person disagrees. But I have Luann. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
You got it. You got it.
Perfect. And this is somebody that he is on YouTube. We were just bantering a bit before this that he's loving the YouTube game, and he has Nintendo content, and I was looking for new guests to have. And lo and behold, this has been like somewhat in the works for the past 3 months. But Luann, we are finally here, sir. Hello. How's it going?
I'm doing great, man. Like I told you before we started recording, but it's been a complete honor to be here. I'm very excited to get into it. For everybody that's watching, hello, my name is Luann. I've been doing YouTube for quite a while, but this year, because now being more mature and having, sort of like a path and a timeline I want to do my content with, and just trying to reach out for opportunities. I'm really trying to take it seriously right now. I'm a gaming psychopath. Like, I literally play literally anything that has a name and a gaming console that is possible to play it on.
How many hours a week?
Oh man, too much, man. I'm telling you, I beat Resident Evil 9 Requiem recently. I beat that in 2 sittings.
So in 2 sittings? Oh my God. In 2 sittings.
I've been going crazy, man. But it's been a lot of fun. Happy to be here, and I'm very interested to talk about the topic we got today.
Yeah. And Luann, so you're right. We're in this, I feel like February is over, and Resident Evil Requiem, I would say Resident Evil Requiem kicked off what is finally all right, we're transitioning to the new stuff, the era of sorry backlog is the way I'd put it. But it's usually like that, like January for most of the time, I would say is okay, we just entered the year, it's going to be that quiet time. But once we hit, I feel like every year, February and October are the crazy months every single time. You're not off on February. That's a good point, actually.
I mean, October, I'm trying to think. I know 2023, we had stuff like Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Alan Wake 2.
October can get crazy. It can get crazy.
October can get insane.
Dude, I mean, okay, but because you've never been here before, let me just say, I've been trying to, so just a bit of background, and I have a question for you for everybody to know. Actually, I'm going to ask that question really quick so people can just get to know you. Luann, I'm curious. For this topic, I wanted you on because I do see you have some good Nintendo stuff. I actually, just before this, was watching your thoughts on Winds and Waves from Pokemon. And there's a question you pose in that I actually would love to bring up during this conversation. But also, what of everything we might get in the Switch 2 era that you don't see as likely, what would you want to see the most? A game that that's probably not going to happen, but I'd love it if it did. That's basically what I mean. It's probably not going to happen, but I'd love it if it did.
Oh man, this kind of
the Switch 2 era. Yeah.
I feel like it's hard because if you asked me this before March of last year when this game got first revealed, I would have absolutely told you Tomodachi Life. I grew up with that game being part of my childhood. I spent so many hours. My own me somehow got in a relationship. I was like, this is a great concept for a game that I feel like could have came back. But
I saw your reaction to it, man. You were so happy.
Man, my boy knew, man. That was a crazy time for me. I was so ecstatic. But if I had to say a game, I guess now that would be awesome. Honestly, give me something that we haven't had in a while. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten Chibi Robo or something in a while. I know his game got added on GameCube and SO recently. I am so shocked that we went through an entire Nintendo Switch era, and now with Donkey Kong back, I am so shocked. Star Fox, where have you been?
My baby.
Have you
That's
been?
FYI. That's my answer to this question. Where's the new Star Fox game? That's my answer to this question. Yeah,
Like, at least,
specifically
like, I don't
like
know.
a 64 style thing. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't need adventure. I mean, at this point, I'll take anything. I'll take anything.
It's so crazy. Like, I know Zero, the one on the Wii U, I know that wasn't the greatest return for Star Fox in general. And I know it's a series that, like, just being honest, I love it so much, but it is like a series that I would say it's like a hit or a miss. Like, you don't know if it's gonna really hit or it's gonna be, wasn't what we were expecting. But the thing is like Star Fox, I feel like, is a franchise that should get the limelight back, especially because the way how I view it, right? So many of these franchises get represented in Smash, and I feel like when you feel that like new Smashes come out and these are recurring characters that keep coming back and they don't have a new game, it's kind of like it's kind of weird.
Yeah,
it's like you're just in this game with no like, mainline title to your name at the moment. It's kind of weird. But
I don't know, man. Like, and you know what? Honestly, like that, I actually think that's a great sort of like intro question because, like, one, I wanted people to get to know you, but also it's like there's going to be a part of this conversation that I'm basically like, what's the next big thing? But like, also maybe the next big thing can only be the ones that sell a lot. And maybe that's why maybe that's why things feel slow right now. If one feels the way I do, to which I guess I should just get us going here. So again, the goal of this for anybody listening and for you, Luann, is that this is Codename Good Game. I like to get, and my new format of it is I like to have a nice power hour of a discussion of a topic. Like we're going to talk about Nintendo today. We're going to hopefully have time to end on a fun game. And you, the viewer, are the third voice. And that's why I'm hoping to have your opinions on this. If this is not live, which this isn't, we're recording this. So I want you to chime in on what you think. And of course, as usual, thank you to the Kiwi Guardians, C Green, Steffi, Supertone, Madsen, Fox, Joey, Ninja. Guys, thank you very much for supporting the content of Patreon. But Luann, you and I are going to talk about Nintendo's really, okay, here's the setup. My question that I pose is not just like I guess if there's a phrase, is Nintendo's silence deafening? I guess that's sort of a 4-word version of it, but more so what I am referring to is Nintendo has had 5 directs this year in some way. Presentations. They had the Super Mario movie direct. They had Tomodachi Life, which was probably great for you,
Amazing. It's awesome.
They had the partner showcase. They just had Pokemon Presents, and they just had an Indie World. That's a lot of presentations, for sure. But the thing that they haven't had that it almost feels like, to me, and I could be wrong, again, this ain't an echo room, this is where the conversation is I just feel like in the Switch 2 launch year, I feel it's been a while since we've had a general direct to really set up what's next for the Switch 2. That's my point here, is that I feel like since September, which they followed their train, the train is usually, here's a one in February, here's one in June, here's one in September. Maybe that's changing. That's another thing we could address, but I just feel like you got that launch lineup of Pokemon, Mario, Metroid, technically a new Zelda, Kirby, which is a Sakurai game. You got the new Donkey Kong, that's like Game of the Year contender. You got all Mario Kart. You got all those things, and that's a great start. And I just don't feel like anything's coming up. But maybe that's where I want you to jump in. Like I have a lot of key points in that I just want to know, am I overthinking it? Maybe that's where you jump in. Am I overthinking this?
All right, so I'm gonna say personally what I'm thinking how this year might go, and then I'll answer your overthinking question. But let me retrace my steps to when this.
You don't have to
whole
hold any
sort of
punches. You don't have to hold any punches. So.
I know.
Okay.
But just to give the general consensus on pretty much like my thought process with the Switch 2 currently. I was at New York with my boy that I reacted to the March Direct of the Tomodachi Life and everything. We went to New York the day that they revealed it, saw everything, and we were like, man, this is insane. Like, we're gonna get like Mario Kart and a 3D Donkey Kong is being revived and all this other stuff. And you know, if we just look at it in the first like 6 months, because it's from June to December, you know, some would say like that's a pretty good start for a console. I mean, you got the Sakurai game, like you mentioned, like we had his project that we all knew he was working on. We had Mario Kart. Everyone's been wondering what it was going to take. And, you know, I have my own opinions on that game. I still think it's great, but, you know, give or take, everyone's going to have their conflicting opinions about that game. But just moving through, you know, the first year, it was great. We're here now, and I kind of feel like with the announcements, you know, because I'm also just trying to remember what they revealed in March of last year, because a lot of those games are also slated for this year.
Yeah, Yep.
This is kind of looking like a super niche Nintendo community year. Like, if you're a big fan of some of these games, this year might be great. Like Rhythm Heaven, the new title in the franchise, is supposed to be coming out this year. Obviously, we've mentioned Tomodachi Life Living the Dream is literally coming out in a month as we speak. And also just in general, like Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, I believe is the name of it. That's supposed to be like the big summer title, I suppose, because Fire Emblem has grown over the years. But I will say
Yoshi's book,
whatever. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I mean, we haven't seen that game since the Direct, but I would love to.
When I come back, that's my point. But yep, keep going.
Yeah. But if I were to say if we were overthinking it, like if you're overthinking it or just in general, because the internet's been having this debate for days now since the partner showcase, I think we are a little bit. I wouldn't say all the way, but I think we are quite, like, just like a tad bit. The reason why I say that is because, you know, leading up to the Pokemon Presents, we all were thinking, oh, Pokemon's going to be the holiday game this year. I mean, that would just make sense, because Pokemon's always been like this sort of holiday, you know, game when they released the new mainline gen. And then it just didn't happen. Like, that's 2027, which, give or take, to me, it's actually like a way better thing that it's like that. But I think soon we'll get something. I mean, people need to remember, Mario Day is still supposed to happen. That's a thing that they celebrate, give or take, which is, you know.
Is it?
I just remembered about
you're
that.
right. Oh, I guess so. Yeah, that's
I don't
March
think
10th,
too
right?
much will happen with that, but that's something to potentially be there. But I'm hoping we'll get a Direct soon. I have no clue when. I don't even know what even is in the slate for this year. Like, I would be very happy if 3D Mario was this holiday, but nothing's being marketed right now. And it's like March 5th by the time we're talking right now. And it's like, we only have titles leading up to June. Some of them we don't even have a date. We just know it's gonna eventually come out this year. So what's the plan here? Like, I don't know if it's like they're planning to get carried by third party support, or
I want to jump in with like I got a community comment on my YouTube community tab from Devin May, and he said the most predictable thing about Nintendo is their unpredictability. Is their unpredictability. So
I mean, Virtual Boy, did anyone expect that?
But it's funny because so you got ahead of me on 2 points there, Luann, because yeah, you did mention in your Pokemon video that like with Winds and Waves, them announcing it, and then they're like, yeah, it's coming in 2027. It's like, oh, that's not going to be a big holiday game this year, apparently, which is noteworthy. So what is it? But also something you pointed out is this is where, if somebody's listening to me and it's like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. That's to me, because it's like, there's actually a lot coming from Nintendo this year. And I like the way you put it. It's like, maybe it's a very niche year. Not to bring Xbox into this, but it's like, Xbox has such a diverse portfolio, but none of those games are, not always, but a lot of times those games aren't like blockbuster hits. You know, that's not going to be what Pentiment or South of Midnight or so on is going to be, but it's going to be cool if, you know, first party wise. And that's kind of maybe Nintendo wise. They had Mario Tennis Fever in February. And then Pokemon Pokopia is about to come out or just came out. And as you brought up, Tomodachi Life, I think that is now in April. And if you count it, Pokemon Champions is also April. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, that's in spring. Supposedly, that's what they said. It's going to be spring. And the other three that, like, there's one that's a mystery a bit in terms of release window because they just haven't confirmed it. But yeah, like you said, Rhythm Heaven, Groove, and Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. Those are confirmed 2026. And Splatoon Raiders. I keep forgetting about Splatoon Raiders, but that's a thing that I would be shocked to not see this year. And again, you line that up, and that's 8 first party games this year, which is great. I guess here's what I want to say. My buddy Kelvin, who's been on the show a few times now from Gaming Duo podcast, again to bring Xbox into it. He's like, dude, this is going to be like the best year for Xbox ever. Why do you think he says that? Because it kind of might be my point here. You're like, no, it's not. Like, okay, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. Strictly speaking, games. It's going to be the best year ever for Xbox.
Yeah, I would agree. The games lineup for Xbox is insane. I mean, like, Fable's coming. Fable's coming. Forza Horizon 6 is going to be this year. I'm trying to think of what else on the top of my head.
Halo.
Is it because it's
and Gears?
Halo and Gears.
So you got your 4 horsemen. That's the thing. You got your 4 horsemen coming out this year, and Kelly's like, this is gonna be the best year of Xbox. And then my retort was like, I feel like last year was pretty fire because they literally had a dozen first party releases. A dozen. And, were they the 4 horsemen? No, but there was a dozen first party releases. And yet he's like, I don't know, man, those just don't have the power that the 4 horsemen do. And that's where I come back to Nintendo, where we got this list of titles that, they are first party titles and they're notable. And I would say, I'm curious what your opinion would be on this, is Fortune's Weave is probably the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. But that's what I mean. 1,000%. It's just like, maybe that's the issue. Maybe it's like, we don't feel like there is a new big Mario on the way or a new big Zelda on the way or so on. So coming off of that, like, do you feel like that's what they need or like, what do they need to like give that 4 horsemen feeling that like Kel was given an example of?
So yeah, obviously I know we're talking about Nintendo today, but like, I'm like a fan of just like everything going on in the industry. And one thing I've noticed about this year in particular is like, I feel like this is the year of anniversaries. Like, I feel like almost every main franchise has an anniversary. Persona's having an anniversary. Pokemon, Zelda, Mario's still having his slate of his anniversary going through this year. Everything I feel like just has an anniversary this year.
They just casually passed by the 40th anniversary of Zelda. They just casually passed by.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's another thing too, is like, is this just not going to have anything? Like, there's been rumors on the last week that like, oh, not Ocarina of Time remake again is going to happen, which I'm just going to be honest, I kind of don't want that. I'd rather just port the 3DS version because I think that's still a fantastic remake, but that's just me personally. The first party lineup this year, I would say is, that's a good comparison. I would say it's kind of like Xbox's first party releases of last year. The pillars, I think everyone would agree, would be Mario, would be Zelda, Smash would be a pillar to me, at least. Something like that.
Pokemon
seller. Is a pillar.
Yeah. I would argue it's Zelda, Mario, Pokemon, Kirby. I would say those are the
Pokemon
4,
and Kirby. Yeah. So, and the thing is, I know as of right now, none of the pillars has like a new release for this year. Cause I mean, well, Pokopia counts, but that's not a main game.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's still hope for something. I would assume, like, I'm not going to say this year is like done yet for something, because we need something for the holiday. There's no way they're going to go through the second year of the system and just not have something. That's just impossible. There's no way they would do that. So I would have still hope that maybe a Mario thing or like a Zelda thing. The fanboy in me, because it's my favorite series, I would love if Sakurai was like, yeah, I was working on both at the same time, and be like, yep, here comes Smash coming through. I would love that, you know?
Can I just sidebar for a second? My actual hope for that is just, I hope there's a Switch 2 version. Like at the very least, I hope there's a Switch 2 version, and just like, you know, Kirby and the Forgotten Lands and whatnot, there's like a little bit of additional content to entice people to upgrade to it. Like, oh, that'd be sick. Like, I'd take that. Because Ultimate's Ultimate,
honestly,
you know?
Yeah. I would honestly just be thrilled with just Smash getting a Switch 2 edition, and then like he just does like other waves of DLC. In my opinion, like for example, like I don't know who would to potentially be in the running, but you know, Resident Evil just came out. I would love to have Leon in that game. This is a whole
conversation, man. Because then I can see like some going like, listen, Sora was like the perfect way to cap off. That was the most desired character, so that's fair. But the point is that it would be nice if there was maybe just one of those, again, lack of a better term, horsemen. Maybe that's what it is. But that's not even, to me anyways, like I think it's maybe the conversation I want to mention is the marketing, because I think I want to address this point that maybe I'm actually just going to let you address this, is if somebody, you watching this or you listening on or whoever, again, the retort might be, well, they're going to have a direct. They're going to have a direct tomorrow and everything's going to be fine. They're going to reveal everything and whatnot. My wonder, Mario wonder, is if is yeah, that's true. That is what we want, and then, you know, worry's over. But then are we just going to deal with this every few months is my worry. If this is the way Nintendo's going to go about things now, where it's like, hey, we just want to set up what the next few months is, and then we can tease at something in the distant future. And maybe that works. Maybe that works for people, and maybe I'm alone and feeling that like that's a bit of a gap. But maybe that's where I'm curious on is if you feel like even if there's a new direct, will that just solve everything, or what if we run into this same issue again?
If there is an issue, I would say it depends on what's in it. I mean, I know that's such a baseline answer, but I mean it kind of is true, because like they can keep showing us the games that we know, but the thing is people just want to know what's like going to be like the big thing, you know? Like for example, I don't think we'll see Zelda, to be honest. I still think it's kind of too soon for like the next mainline, especially because Tears of the Kingdom was like 3 years ago now by this time. And I feel like the new one would have to be like a whole new style, would have to be a whole new this, that, or whatnot. I don't think they can do the whole, you know, sort of Zelda era that we're in now.
And Echoes of Wisdom was the year after, I think.
Yeah, it was like it was at the tail end of 2024. Yeah,
that sounds right. Okay.
But what I will say is I think what I don't think a lot of people are noticing is that the directs recently have been kind of longer. Like usually these things are like 30 minutes or something, maybe like 35 if we got blessed. But this time I feel like they're becoming an hour. Now, give or take, that's probably because they divided it to where we're getting like Switch 1 and 2, Switch 2, which would make sense. But, you know, at the same time, I feel like they're just longer because I think this system just has so much more third-party support. And that's the thing with this console. I think this is going to be down the line probably some of the best third-party support we've ever seen Nintendo get, and I think it's going to make them, in terms of a console brand, potentially stronger. Even though like it's Nintendo, like I don't know how much stronger you can really get, because I feel like they've been in their own island. While PlayStation and Xbox back then, you know, just wanted to go at each other's throats. But we'll have to see what the direct shows. I mean, like I said, we need the release dates of like the other things that we know are going to come out this year. We just don't have a confirmed date. And then they'll have to show the big holiday thing and hope that it's something like that's going to appeal to the masses and is going to be a Christmas game seller. Because I saw the financial report for Nintendo, and I saw their whole financial report for, you know, how the first couple months went for the Switch 2, and I thought some games was going to sell more in the holidays than what I saw, you know? So I think we need something that can really get like those holiday sales to get people to want to buy it, you know?
And I think that's like, I want to jump off of that because I think that's something, I think that's where I'm really feeling this whole reason for this talk is because we're in the first year of the Switch 2. You know, we're in the first year of the Switch 2. I would argue probably, I don't even know if anticipated is the word, but just one of those consoles that it's like, we need this already. It's not even about excited about it. We just need whatever's next from Nintendo because it's been too long.
Yeah.
And now we're finally here. And I think that's when I really think about it. That is actually the core of this conversation to me, where I feel like the first few months, I listed everything. Here's Mario Kart, Metroid Prime, Donkey Kong, Pokemon, and so on. And it felt like, they were celebrating the next generation for them. And now I'm kind of like, I feel like we're over that now, even though I don't want to be. Like that's where that's where my vulnerability comes in. It's like, I don't want to be through that. I want to still feel like we're chugging that train of like, oh, the big new Switch 2 release or whatnot. And that's what worries me, is that it's just like they let the momentum kind of die down. Do you feel that? Do you feel like the momentum kind of flatline and everything's just back to how it was, or what? Just the Switch 2 hype train. That's basically what I'm saying. That I'm missing.
I will say, comparing like how the first party release windows were on the Switch 1 to how this has started, they came out, guns blazing. Like they had a first party release, it felt like every like month and a half, kinda. And then now I feel like this is kind of like the biggest drought like we've kind of had. I mean,
But I want to argue not in terms of releases. It's just more so like the feeling of something there, like the feeling that like their marketing stuff, the next big thing is coming. That's what I mean. Because again, on paper, releases there, but just I guess a feeling is what I'm getting at. Yeah.
I would say 1000% we're in a drought in terms of something being marketed, because like usually, I would see something on my timeline, they would continue to try to market something. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like they've been focusing more on marketing the movie, like the Super Mario Galaxy movie, than I think they've had any of the goddamn games. So it's like, I have no clue what the direction is until like, we get that direct and we get more news and information of what we're going to get. But I think for sure we have been in a drought. I mean, to show how much we're in a drought, right? Like, the Yoshi game that we both brought up earlier, like that was supposed to come out. It's supposed to come out in the spring. The last time we've seen that game was when it was announced.
Yeah.
Like, same thing with Fire Emblem. That's supposed to be the summer title. I have not seen that thing since September.
Yeah.
So it's
because that's all we got. That was that September Direct that we did get new teasers and whatnot, which is cool. Yeah. Maybe it's the gap that, because what I worry about is we get a March Nintendo Direct. Maybe this is listened to after that, and my worry is still existent regardless how that Direct goes. Is like, oh, cool. We feel like stuff is coming for the Switch 2 again, finally, and then maybe come especially if they decide to skip June. Like if they decide to skip June and they just have like a banger, sure, March or April state of play Nintendo Direct, then that's what worries me. Is like they have a banger show, everything's good for a month or two, and then like it's this feeling of silence for a bit. Like I just worry about that. Like I like the feeling of just something is around the corner, and especially something big around the corner. But right now it's kind of those, as Calvin was saying, it's like, yeah, it's probably these smaller titles, whatever. But that's we're in a weird time because nothing like we mentioned is being marketed. And then the other thing too, if we somehow go through these next couple months with nothing, and then they for some reason just decide, yeah, we're just gonna skip June, I will genuinely start getting concerned. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it's a weird time with this console right now. Here's the question that you posed actually in your recent thoughts on Pokemon Winds and Waves. Mm-hmm. What's the holiday game? Which is crazy because in last year, I'm not even sure what would be argued as the holiday game, because I guess it would be Legends. Yeah, I don't know, Legend. Like that's what it was just. It was big stuff in the. I'm just saying. I thought those first 7 months of Switch 2 was good. First 6 months of Switch 2 was great.
I agree. I thought they had the best presentation of last year, and I think it was followed up with the release of the year ending up being good. So honestly, for
maybe
them,
that's the problem. I'm coming off of the high. Maybe that's the problem. I'm coming off of the high, and now it's like, cool.
I think that's the other thing that's huge. Sorry, but like the other thing that's huge, just to end on this like certain part of the topic, is just we are in like a massive like desperation of wait for like what's the next 3D Mario. Like it's been what, like 8 years now? Like no, 9 years. Like by next year it's gonna be 10 years since the new one released. Now I know they ported all of the older ones onto this console, but it's like still like I want like that new, like everyone wants that new experience. And that's the other problem, is like I feel like some of the bigger titles, like it's been just so long since we've seen them. Like I know Sakurai just released Kirby Air Riders, but it has been a very long time since we've gotten Smash. You know, it's been a long time since we got any news on Mario. Like it just it's gonna keep piling up.
Where
more and more
is
years.
my Switch 2 edition of Pikmin 4?
It's crazy that they haven't done that. I'm still so shocked. That's insane to me too.
They could milk Switch 2 editions, man. Like that's the thing. I just want to still feel like I'm in the Switch 2 launch year, which we technically are. We technically are. Where it's not till June, it's the year's over. But
they can keep milking it if it justifies the price of the edition. That's what I will say.
Yeah,
they continue to add good amount of content to it, because the big thing,
if it comes with additional content, for sure. Yeah.
Because people are already complaining about the prices of this game, so it's like
so what do you think is this year's holiday game? I think we're talking about like there could be a Mario game, like Fortune's Weave. It's like that to me is the biggest thing we're aware of. Maybe people would disagree or debate about that, but I don't know if that will be the holiday game. Something about that says to me it's the summer game. For something about that just feels like that's a July thing to me, but I could be wrong. June or July.
I have to look up to recall what, because I remembered, I think I saw a seasonal date that they at least gave for Fortune's Weave. I think it was the summer, but it could be the fall.
Just 2026.
2026? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
Yoshi's the only one. Yoshi gave a spring. That was all. But but that's what I mean, man. Like it's just, I'm really curious. I'm really curious. I feel like Zelda would be the most likely, even though I agree with your reasons as to why not, but I don't know. I guess that's admittedly another topic, but I just want that. I want to feel, God, there's just so much big stuff coming Switch 2.
The thing is like there's just so many series with like anniversaries this year that it's like that's also creating another problem. Is like I feel like now with how modern gaming is in this industry, everyone expects something big for the anniversary. It's like people were expecting, for an example, like people were expecting, it's the Sonic 35th anniversary. Where's the next 3D Sonic game? It gets like hyped up for every event, and then we have yet to see it. It's like we gotta also temper the expectations because it's just the anniversary year,
Yeah.
I would bet that it's definitely something pretty big of a surprise that's been in the works for years, and I would bet because it's the one that's been the longest far gone that it would be a 3D Mario game. Like I said, I would love for Smash,
even though DK Bonanza happened. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I think for sure. I think the way they did it to start this console off was like, I think they kind of made branches within those teams. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Sakurai was working on both his new Smash along the years while mainly focusing on this current time, because it just released, was Kirby Air Riders. I wouldn't be surprised if he was working on both. And I wouldn't be surprised if 3D Mario comes out soon either. Like DK Bonanza came out last year. That's an awesome title, but also like Mario is Mario. That's like one of the biggest known characters of all time. One of the biggest characters in just all of media. Like even with the movie dropping this year, like
in terms of a mainline release, I'd say because I did this previously. I was just like, there's Wonder was in 2023. If you count Bowser's Fury in 2020, sure. And then Odyssey in 2017. I would say 3D World in 2014 or 13, whatever that was. Yeah. So they're usually paced out every 3 or 4 years. If if you even count like the 2D style things and whatnot. Yeah. So I don't know. Like maybe
that's the thing too. like when Wonder dropped, it was like we were just coming back from a 2D drought, and now we found ourselves in a 3D drought. So like,
It's true. It's true.
man, it's like
know, man.
the biggest, like one of the biggest franchises for Nintendo is like, literally is having a drought with two of its mainline ways, and it's just, you know, I hope it's this year to just fill out that holiday. I think it's time. I really do.
My main, I guess I don't even know if it's a question. It's just an observation that I think I saw somebody else's video that broke it down really well. I can't remember who that was. They were saying this idea that, and I totally believe it, that Nintendo, they really just want to focus on marketing stuff that is within the next few months. You know, like that's really what they do. You know, they're just going to market stuff that's within the next maybe 6 to 8 months at most. If they tease something further than that, it's rare and it's just gonna be like one thing or something. But so, and maybe that's the thing, you know, and it's like maybe that's the debate of, do you like that? Like, that's a good question. Do you prefer companies doing that where it's like, listen, when we show up, we're just going to be talking about stuff that's within the next few months. We're not going to tease at any big projects if they're whatnot.
I think the perfect company to compare this to would be Capcom. I genuinely adore how they market their games. Like Resident Evil just dropped. That was shown off in June. They've been marketing it for so long. It releases, sold 5 million copies in 5 days. And my one worry with the current state of Nintendo is just, well, like, I mean, the current state is still good. Like, they released a good amount of stuff, and the Switch 2 is still the fastest selling console in recent history. But
yeah, by the way, I ain't worried about them. I'm being totally selfish.
I'm not worried about them either. It's just, we need something. I would just be like, I'm a little concerned about the game sales, just simply because, like, the way they've been marketing some of the games recently has kind of getting me a bit concerned. Like, after Bonanza, the only game that I personally felt like got marketed to all hell was Kirby Air Riders. Like, ZA got its marketing for sure, don't get that twisted, but like it got a lot of its marketing earlier on, I would say.
Kirby Air Riders got 2 Sakurai Presents.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, and I mean, fair. I mean, everybody loves that guy, but like, you know what I mean, myself included. But I'm still concerned about how games are marketed. Like, Prime 4 was not a great marketing, like, way to market a game that was anticipated for as long as it is, and I think the sales are kind of showing that. Same thing with like a lot of the games that are supposed to be coming out soon for this year. I feel like Tomodachi Life, I would say, would be like the closest we got to like, okay, we're gonna market this game because it's a game that people have waited for years for. We did a whole direct. We're gonna do this, that, and the third, right? Procopio was shown in a treehouse. You know, let's market that a little bit there. Everything else, though, I feel like has barely been marketed ever since it got revealed. Like, Yoshi hasn't gotten anything. That's supposed to be like, what, in like 2 months?
Again, a lot of things teased. You know, a lot of things teased. We have Yoshi teased. We have Weaves teased. Splatoon Raiders. We've gotten, I think, 2 trailers, but you know, it's like, cool. Can we finally learn about that game? And you know, I admit, I like, to answer my own question, I kind of don't mind when companies tease at something that's maybe far off. Ideally, not more than like a year and a half or 2 off. But like, I do. I'm curious if you agree with me on this. Like, the holy trinity of Nintendo, in terms of like, when the hell are we going to see more about that or hear more about that, is Tears of the Kingdom, Bayonetta 4, was it 3 or 4? I can't remember. And
it was 3. Yeah,
3. Okay. And Metroid Prime 4. Those 3 games, it was like they were announced and we had no idea what was happening with them for like years.
The thing is, like, with those 3, it was like Tears, when it was revealed, like, obviously, like, I had a feeling they was going to go with like, oh, like, this is a mysterious marketing. We're going to show a bit of the game and then bye. Like, we're just going to remind you the game exists and be like, see ya. But then it's like they do it the same way like Breath of the Wild, where they do like this insane final trailer to get everyone hooked into the game that's coming out soon. And you know, sometimes it works, but my problem is like these, it's like I said earlier, this feels like a year of like the more niche games. And like when you're gonna have a game like you know, like Yoshi or like, for example, even like a Rhythm Heaven, it's like you have to market these games. Like you can't just tease them and then expect like, oh yeah, it's gonna work out. I mean, Metroid Prime 4, man. Like I just have to keep going back to that game because, well, you know, I think a lot of the game was pretty decent. You know, I have a lot of qualms with some parts, but like the game wasn't marketed the way I would like hope for a game that was so anticipated for just so long and like and made an impact on how that game sold. Like it could have sold way more.
Yeah.
And I think I think that's my problem with it now is like I'm worried about game sales because I don't know if just because they're scared because of how much backlash they've gone because of how much the games are being sold for, but it's just like I don't know what the direction is right now. That's my main problem.
You got an issue with the direction and hopes of sales, and I'm a selfish person when it comes to marketing. I don't know. I'm a marketing nut. That's why. Like I never worked at it or anything. I freelance videos for a living, but when I was like back in the day, wanted to be in the film industry, and I loved the idea of working at a trailer house. I would love to put together trailers for stuff, and it's in my opinion one of the biggest issues Xbox has had for many years. They just don't bother to market their games that much. They've gotten slightly better about being involved more frequently, which is nice. And maybe that's what I'm looking for Nintendo of. It's just this feeling of like, make these, this is my call to action to Nintendo. Nintendo, if you're watching this, make these niche games, as Luann well put, I still love that term, make these niche games feel important. like I guess that's probably the key answer to this is I want to feel like these are big games coming up, and currently I don't feel like that. I just know about them, and that's it. And that's what I want. I want to always feel like there's some big stuff from Nintendo coming up. I might not be interested in them, but I just want that feeling. I want that feeling of like, we got so much faith in this that we really can't wait to show you more about it. And maybe that's true, but like, I don't know, just something the of
way, the way how I want them to approach this next like direct.
That's honestly that's like my closing thought. So I don't know. That's all. But
oh yeah, I think the way how I want them to, because we're probably not gonna have these worries. Oh my god, we're probably not gonna have these. We're probably not gonna have these worries anymore when we like finally see these games again, or whenever the next direct presentation, you name it. I want them to attack it with the confidence of the most recent PlayStation State of Play. I feel like PlayStation went in there with the utmost confidence, and as it should. Those games that they revealed were awesome. They even had a whole Konami section in there. They were so confident. Konami, take over, you know, feel the need to just be our big third party representation here. And then also like the first party stuff, Kena 2, that's fire, you know, God of War remake trilogy, the Sons of Sparta game being shown, and so many other things that were revealed. Is just like they went into that presentation with so much confidence, with so much stuff to look forward to, and even the pacing of that show was so great, but you still you still felt like you had enough time with each game to be like, okay, like yeah, like I'm excited for this. That's what I want in this next direct. Make me feel like, or the whole community, because I'm not gonna lie, like for me the first party slate of games is like, I'm looking forward to this year. I kind of like the new stuff coming out this year, but make me feel like, okay, yeah, that now you're showing me why I want to buy this game. Like literally, like, because right now we're kind of like in this like third-party support help. Like what I'm seeing with Switch 2 talks right now is like, oh my god, Requiem runs so well on Switch 2. But I'm like, I still want like my first party, like the reasons why I buy these consoles. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, here's a good example of that. Exactly, Luann. Duskbloods. Like,
where is that game?
Like they literally like showed that, and then it's like, cool, buy. It's just like, whoa. That's a huge deal. You have a From Software exclusive title. What's the deal?
Even just not even just
that's supposed to be coming out this year. That's supposed to come out this year. Yeah.
I know, and that's what's so insane to me too. You know, another example, Orbitals. Like we got a co-op game also coming this year, and I'm like, okay, like they're probably gonna have some partners that are gonna want to exclusively release stuff to this console also. So I'm not even
I will say
putting that out of the
orbitals. We
question
saw that
either.
in the partner showcase. So there's that.
Yeah, we did see that recently, but I'm using it as
maybe
like an
that's the
example.
thing. It's like we got this partner showcase, we got the indie world and stuff, but it's like, but where's the direct? Where's
the main one? And it's like, but to bring up with Duskbloods and Orbitals is like, I'm not also begging out of the question, like maybe some partners also want to release stuff for the Switch 2 as an exclusive. And maybe that also is another advantage that they might have during this era that they might not have had in the past. All I need is just, we need something to be shown, market something to all hell. We just need something that like can get the fans excited for something, because while I will say people are overthinking it a little bit, with like, oh my god, we're in such a drought right now. Like, this is insane, dude. Oh my god, the collapse of Nintendo is so real right now. Like, I'm obviously being over dramatic, but the overthinking part is like, we're overthinking it a little bit. Something will come, something will be shown. We'll have something to be excited for. You know, it was like that with PlayStation before. Like, people always make the meme like, oh my god, what is PlayStation going to come out with? And then the State of Play was like, better shut up with that now.
Yeah, I think the to kind of put a bow on this somewhat is that I don't think this is a common question that I've seen thrown around. It's something that's kind of on my mind. I do admit I saw another bigger tuber bring up the question, and then after I listened to his points, I was like, you know, he's not that off of just, I think at the end of the day, all I am chasing in this whole discussion, because people are going to say like, you're just being impatient, Keebs. You're just being impatient. Don't worry. They're going to take care of you. My thing isn't really about the impatience though. It's more so I've said this already, and it's really, as we talked, I'm like learning about this. This is the great part about coding good games. Maybe this is the therapy hour to realize stuff. And at the end of the day, what I'm realizing is that it's not my patience that's being tested. It's the Switch 2 launch. That's what's being tested to me. I want to really feel like we are still in that launch year. I want to see that momentum keep going and going and going and slowly transition out. But I feel like it could just kind of took a dip for a bit. And that's what's at the end of the day bugging me. It's not even the gap of directs. It's more so that gap of hype. And that's what I've realized. So,
and I think, you know, it is weird that we didn't have like a main general one in February, because that's usually what it is. But I still have faith it'll be at some point in a month or two. At some point it will be in the next month. I have confidence in that for sure. And 1000% they'll be there in June again, probably. I mean, June is always the month of like these crazy presentations, you know. Everyone pulls up, Xbox pulls up and does theirs, another State of Play, Summer Games Fest, they'll have their own direct. I have no concern.
Did Nintendo do one in June last year, actually? I don't know.
I actually think actually they didn't, because they did the April big Switch 2 one in April 2nd. Yeah, and because they were marketing that console, because in June 5th the console released. So it was like, now I kind of see like what's going on here and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I'm like looking it up. Yeah, that's true. They did their March direct. They had a direct like the week before the April one, and then they did their September one. So that's what scares me. Is like, is that what they're gonna do this year? That's like again, that might sound like a patience issue, but I'm just like, I just want to feel like I'm still in that year of launch of this system that we've waited ages for. So anyway.
For me, it's just like, I think there'll still be good stuff to release this year. I'm just concerned of its marketing plan. Like, I just want the marketing of the game. Like, show me the game. Just show me the game. Show me something to look forward to. Like, because I'm a big fan of a lot of the games that we have around for like the big three. Like, I remember, you know, when they're supposed to release and stuff, and I have them in my head. Like, okay, like they're planning to have this year. But my thing is like, it's very noticeable when I don't see it for so long. And I think that for me is my big concern. I don't have a concern about like, are we about to enter a drought? No, I don't think that's the case. But I do have a worry about like, am I going to see these games at all? Or is this just going to be like, okay, we're going to have a tease, and then when it's like really, 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 really close, we're going to show this game a lot. And I don't kind of want it like that, because then some games are just going to be kind of cooked when it comes to like it being shown and stuff.
My question to anybody listening is, what did you gravitate to in all of our points? Do you feel like this is a marketing thing? Am I just being impatient? Do you feel the Switch 2 had such a strong first 6 months that it doesn't need to do anymore? Or like, I don't know, like I'm hoping there's a lot of opinions about this, and or maybe ideas as to what the next big game really is. Is it Fire Emblem? Is there a holiday game that we didn't think of? You know, like that's what I would love to know, is just opening the door is the way I'll put it. Opening the door to just Nintendo's marketing and how they're going to handle it. But Luann, because you're here and we're about to round out the hour, I have a challenge for you if you choose to accept it.
Okay. Well, I'm here first time, so I gotta accept it.
Which is, do I have this one? Which is guess the theme. Okay.
That's cool.
So I have this thing that I have here that hopefully you can see in Discord, where I have pulled up a video from Piano Man 333. There's 3 3s in that name. So shout out to him. Oh my goodness, 250,000 subscribers. Congratulations, buddy. And he made this video called Guess the Nintendo Games on Piano. And this is something I love to do. It's just like end it with a nice little note to just maybe share a laugh or two. And I don't know, like, how do you feel about guessing themes? Do you feel like, ooh?
I actually feel great.
I
actually feel good in this, so I'm ready. Let's do it.
Right.
I'm ready to lock in.
Now, should we do this? I didn't plan on this. Should we do this cooperatively to see how many collectively you and I can get? Or should we just be like, whoever says it first gets a point? You're the first time guest, so would you rather cooperatively or versus?
Damn, oh man. I like me a little competition, so
all right.
I'll say, you know, me and you go at it and see what we get.
All right, so the first one to say it.
The first one to shout it?
The first one to shout it, yes. So this will be interesting, though, because it's all piano. So you have to recognize the piano.
Okay, all right.
So it's like you'll probably hear the theme, but it's like I could only get remnants of it because it's piano. So So without further ado, sir, are you ready?
Let's do this. Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Guess the Nintendo Games on Piano by Piano Man 333. Here we go. First one, I guess. Okay,
Zelda?
Obvious. I don't even want to do that one. That's too obvious. Okay, fine.
That's kind of just.
I'm gonna give you it. You're a first time guest. I'm gonna give you that.
All right, I guess.
All right. Well, I got a point.
That was really.
What I'm hoping is that we can just guess every single one.
Yeah.
Yes, the Legend of Zelda theme.
All right, let's see. Animal Crossing. Okay.
Damn it! Oh, you're right. Oh, I'm screwed. I'm cooked. I'm so cooked. That is. Oh man.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Dang, good job. Okay. Pokemon.
Oh my god.
I got that. No, I'm taking that.
Yeah. That took so long, god damn it.
Barely. I've noticed when I play this with people on Discord, like I have a half, like a 0.3 second advantage or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I'm taking that.
I just took too long. Damn. Let me see.
All right, here we go. Luigi's Mansion.
Oh my god.
Okay. I think we actually tied there. In the recording, it's gonna sound like I beat you, but I could tell you said that the same time I did because I know the delay. So I'm gonna give us both that point. But
okay.
Well done. Oh shit.
What the hell is this?
Okay, I have a guess, but I'm not confident.
What is this?
I don't know which. I'm gonna say Fire Emblem, and if I get it, it's a 0.5.
I was gonna say them, but yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
It just sounded like something from Fire Emblem. I'm putting a 0.5.
Man, that was a good. I was thinking them too, but I was like, I don't want to feel like I'm overstretching it.
I didn't know at all. I'm just like, it sounds like Fire Emblem. That's all. So. Oh crap.
Oh my god, I know this.
Is this
bro. What
Zelda
is happening?
Wind Waker? I'm gonna say Wind Waker. I don't think it is though.
Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god, I'm actually gonna freak out that I don't know this.
I hear it, dude. Oh, Mario Kart
God,
Wii.
I'm supposed to know that. That's
Okay, we finally missed one. It was Mario Kart Wii for anybody listening.
Road. Oh my
it was
God,
Rainbow
that's
Road.
crazy.
You're right.
Yes. I have to remember now. I can see the name.
It was Mario Kart Wii for those just listening on Spotify. It was Mario Kart Wii. All right. Oh shit. Donkey Kong, the Country Road, whatever game, the 64. That's what it is. I don't know the.
Wait, no, is this Donkey Kong Country?
Sorry, not 64, not the Super Nintendo.
Music?
Super Nintendo. Yeah, it's a Super Nintendo one. Country, yeah. Do I get that? I didn't say the title, but that's what I was trying to say. Super Nintendo Donkey Kong, but like I don't know why I said 64. I'll take a half point on that because I didn't say the title.
Who got the lead right now?
Okay, so I got 2 half points, so that makes 1. So we both are at 3.
Okay.
Pikmin.
All right, like that. Yeah,
That's my baby. That's my all-time favorite Nintendo IP, man.
I would hope you know that. Yeah. I would hope you would be in that. To be fair.
Give me my Switch 2 edition. It's the takeoff theme at the end of the day. Yay!
Oh man,
I love it. Yep.
All right, let's see. What is going on? I'm literally freezing when I hear them, and like I know these. The piano's throwing me off. Actually, this is insane.
That's what I did it. Yeah. I'm gonna take a half pointer, Xenoblade. I don't know which one.
I was gonna say Xenoblade. I'm gonna say.
If you just say a specific one, you'll take it.
I'm gonna say 2.
Okay. Oh, it's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. that was beautiful, though. I will say that. That was
really good. Yeah.
That's 2 we've missed. Oh.
Is this Zelda again?
Twilight Princess?
I think this is Zelda again, yeah.
Yeah, I'll say Twilight Princess. Oh, it's Metroid Prime! It's Metroid Prime, everybody.
This piano's actually cooking my right now.
I recognize that theme and everything, man. I'm sure it's just like it being piano. It just feels different. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, this is wow. Super Smash Bros. Final Destination. Give me that. Yes, sir. I know that song. Brawl's my favorite video game. I'm supposed to know that.
Yep. There it is. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. All right. But is it? I'm going to give you it because this has been in like all the games. Yeah, it's Final Destination. So I'm just going to give
this
you
one.
Yeah.
This one sounds like the Brawl variant. Yep.
Oh my God. He even got the variant. It's from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, everybody. He even got the variant right. Oh my God. Well done. All right. That got us tied again. It was 4-3. Now it's 4-4 again. Here we go.
What the hell? I know this too.
I don't know. Professor Layton? I'm just guessing.
Just trying to listen carefully. I'm gonna say Mario game.
Oh my God!
God.
Oh my God!
What?
Oh my God! Oh my God! It's Professor Layton in the Curious Village!
Holy shit! That's such a pull, bro.
I can't believe! Holy shit!
Wow.
I literally I've never played a Professor Layton game in my life, and I've never heard any of its soundtracks. I totally...
Man, I would have never gotten that one for sure, bro. I'm an Ace Attorney guy.
I mean, specifically, it's Professor Layton at the Curious Village. I didn't say the Curious Village, but God, okay.
All right, let's see. Super Mario Brothers. There we go. That's so easy.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
And I'm also...
I was debating about the Mario game, but yeah.
I'm gonna guess the game too. Obviously this is a Mario song, but I think this is New Super Mario Brothers DS or Wii. It's one of those two. That's what I'm gonna say it is. Yep.
Yep, that's what it was. New Super Mario Bros. Yep. Well done. All right. Damn.
I think this is Mario again. It's either Mario or I think this is something from.
When, oh, okay. It's 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I was going to say Princess Peach Showtime. Oh, it's Paper Mario
again. It's Paper Mario. I mean,
Paper Mario and the Origami King. Nah, that's too broad.
That? Yeah.
No, that's too broad.
Yeah, that is very broad. I had a feeling that it was something Mario related, but Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Yes, sir.
Damn. Wait.
No.
This is
is Peach's Castle. Oh my god.
Damn it.
This is the Comet Observatory. Oh my god.
Wait, so what is it? Don't get too late.
The Comet Observatory of Galaxia. Oh my god.
Okay. It's Super Mario Galaxy, everybody. You were so confident. Give me that point. You're like, wait, no.
Man, I'm feeling good right now.
You have a pretty significant advantage of 1.5. So unless I get all these, I'm pretty cooked. That was close though. That was close. Or maybe that's it, actually. Yeah, okay.
Yes,
well done. Well done. I think I have my thingy. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you. Man, some of them I completely botched. I cannot believe that piano threw me off as bad as it did.
The two best pulls was the Professor Layton thing and just turning around on Galaxy. Those are the two moments.
Insane with that guess. I would have never gotten that one for sure, bro. That is still a series I'm trying to get around to.
That was just me going,
that's crazy.
Okay, here's someone from my ass. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been our episode of Codename Good Game. I hope you had a good time. And Luann, I hope you had a good time. It's been great to talk with you and to have you on. And I hope, I don't know. Maybe we could do it again sometime. But this was great. And I don't know. If you have anything to close with, feel free. But yeah.
I'm very blessed and honored to be here. I appreciate you having me on. This has been a great experience and good learning to see how it works out for sure. I hope to be back on in the future. This is a lot of fun, and I would love to talk about other topics. Doesn't have to be Nintendo related, could be other things, but yeah, it was a fun time for sure. It was a very fun hour.
Project Nexus. All right. Or whatever it's called. We literally found that out just before this, like, oh, Xbox announced their console title or project, like, all right, we're going to talk about
an hour before.
We're going to talk about Nintendo today. All right, folks, thank you very much. I hope you had fun, and don't forget to be Geek Proud Awesome, and stay tuned, because if this episode's going up, that means episode 50 is around the corner. What'll happen? I think we're going to have a tournament. We'll see. All right, folks, have a good day. Let us know your thoughts. Bye-bye.